Hello. Today you are going to use equations to predict the future. Sure, some people say you can't predict the future, and you can't, but using equations you can make a model of the present and then use that model to predict what should happen in the future if the model is real. If your predictions don't come out, that doesn't mean your prediction is wrong. It means that the model itself is wrong. It's a little deeper. Not only were you wrong, but you were wrong about what you assumed. So, the whole idea of writing an equation, which is what you've been learning over the past few videos, is to use that equation. And one of the best ways to use an equation is to make a prediction about the future. Okay, let's see how this works. There are 4 steps. Here are the basic steps. 1, write an equation for the situation. 2, substitute into the equation. 3, evaluate the expression to find a new value of y. And 4, interpret the value of y to make the prediction. Right, following those 4 steps, I'm going to show you how to do it with a table, a situation, and an equation. Okay, first, table. Here is a table. We are comparing the height of a balloon across multiple seconds. X will be the number of seconds, y will be the number of meters above the earth that the balloon is. I know it's above the earth because it's positive. And I know it's going up because these numbers are going up. So we know M is going to be positive and we know B is going to be positive. All right, what's B? B is 500. How do I know? Because it's written right there. Remember, 0 is what B is. M, okay? How much does it change over time? Goes from 500 to 530 to 560 to 590. We're adding 30. Since we're adding, we know M is positive and M is 30. So the equation is y equals 30x plus 500. Okay, so then we get to the question part of this. What will be the height of the balloon after 1 minute? And remember, we need seconds because that's what the equation is based on, seconds. So we're not actually going to use the number 1. We're going to use the number 60. All right, so it's 60 seconds, and seconds are x. So the x will become 60, and we're going to substitute into the equation. So I start with the equation, y equals 30x plus 500. Now I'm going to substitute in for x the number 60 from the question. So y equals 30 times 60 plus 500. Then evaluate. Y equals 3 times 6 is 18, and 10 and 10 is 100, so it's 1800 plus 500. Y equals 1800 plus 500 is 2300. So that's how that, by the way, is how you show your work. Make sure you have all of the steps. You have the original equation, you have the substitution step, and then all the steps to evaluate. You must show your work. All right, now, last step, interpret. What will be the height of the balloon after 1 minute, which is 60 seconds? Well, y is 2,300, and y is the height of the balloon in meters. See? Y is the height of the balloon in meters. So if y is 2,300, and 2,300 is the height of the balloon in meters, then the balloon will be 2,300 meters. And is it positive or negative? Since it's positive, it is up. 2,300 meters up, and we have made a prediction of the future. We have used the equation to say something that we didn't know before. The table only goes up to 3 seconds. The equation allows us to go as far as we want into the future. All right, so let's try it again, only this time it's a situation. Okay, the club starts with $400 in the school account. Okay, if they start with 400 That's positive because they have $400 positive dollars in the school account, so B is positive 400. They spend 150 in the first 6 weeks. They're spending 150. That makes it negative 150. And over first 6 weeks, so we have to divide that by 6. And that comes out to a negative number, which makes sense because they're spending money. So it's going to be going down. The balance will be going down because they're spending money. 6 goes into 150. 2 with 3 left over. 25. So M is negative 25, which means every week they are spending $25. So the equation is y equals negative 25x plus 400. They start out with $400. They are spending $25 every week. So we take x, which is the number of weeks, multiply it by 25, and take that away from the $400 they started with. All right, what will be the balance of the account at the end of the school year? And the school year is 40 weeks long. Since x are weeks, 40 will stand for x. So again, same steps. You must show all these steps when you're doing these. Y equals negative 25x plus 400. Now, substitute x for 40. Okay. Y equals negative 25 times 40 plus 400. Y equals 25 times 4 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So negative 1,000 plus 400. Negative 1,000 plus 400, we're taking away 1,000 from 400. We're obviously going to be negative, but not all of it's negative. We had 400 positive to start with, so it's not as negative as negative 1,000. It is, in fact, negative 600. So, now we have to interpret that. What does that mean? What will be the balance of the account at the end of the school year, 40 weeks? Well, what does negative money mean? Negative money means you owe money, or they will owe money. So they will owe $600 at the end of the school year. Remember, you need to make a statement about what will happen. You have to answer the question. Show your 4 steps and answer the question. 4 steps, answer the question. All right, now from an equation. Well, this should be simple. You don't even have to write the equation. There are multiple students waiting at the school for the school buses to arrive and pick them up to take them home. Each bus takes the same number of students. The number of students waiting after each bus is given by the equation y equals negative 40x plus 560. So B is 560. Since B is the starting amount, that means there are 560 students waiting for buses at the end of the school day. M is negative 40. Since one bus is multiplied by negative 40, 1 times negative 40 is negative 40. That means each bus picks up and takes away 40 students. So you're imagining, here's 560 students, a bus shows up, takes 40 away. Another bus shows up, takes another 40 away. Another bus shows up, takes another 40 away. All right, how many students are left after 8 buses arrive? Well, let's do the same thing. Y equals negative 40x plus 560. Now, x in this case is going to be 8. So y equals negative 40 times 8 plus 560. 4 times 8 is 32, so 40 times 8 is 320. In this case, negative 320 plus 560. So since it's not quite as much negative as there are positive, these 8 buses are not enough to pick everybody up. There will still be some people waiting. How many people? Well, we picked up 320 students out of the original 560. So y is equal to 240. Let's interpret. How many students are left after 8 buses arrive? 240 students are left or remain. See how easy? Take this number, substitute it in for x, get an answer, answer the question. Show the 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer the question. Show the 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer the question. Show the 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer the question. I don't want anybody just answering the question. You must show the 4 steps. Now, here's a preview of what we're going to be doing next week. Same question. Students waiting. Here's the equation. We know m is negative 40. We know b is 560. Another different question that you could ask is, when will all the students be gone? So if you started with 560 students, now all of them are gone, that means you have no students left. X is the number of buses, Y is the number of students. So if the number of students is 0, then Y is 0, and you are left with the equation 0 equals negative 40 plus 560. X, negative 40x plus 560. And to get that answer, you have to solve an equation, and solving an equation is what we're doing next week. By the way, the answer is 14 buses. But that's for next week, not this week. This week, you have to just evaluate. Show the 4 steps, answer the question. Show the 4 steps, answer the question. Show the 4 steps, answer the question. That's what you have to do today. Make sure you understand it. That's it.